Hi guys, I'm Tommy, the Entertainment and Vibe Manager of Hard Rock Hotel Penang. Earlier last year, I had an idea that there are a lot of talent in Malaysia, a lot of good singers, a lot of very talented singers. And I want to do something, create something, a competition where they can not only showcase their talent and win, they would also be able to travel. Not many musicians get a chance to travel overseas and perform in front of a different audience totally from what they're used to. So that was how the one came about. I thought about it, put everything together, and we decided we're going to have a go. And that was when we started with The One. The One last year when I did it was pretty straightforward. We started off with, we'll just have a competition. We had 29 contestants. And out of 29, 10 finalists. We chose 10 finalists. And from there, we had the winner, Sherman Tan, and the winner performs at the Hard Rock Cafe in Osaka. We did that. We did the tour, the performance at Hard Rock Cafe Osaka. And after the whole thing was ended, I decided to, let's try something else. Proposed to Hard Rock Cafe in Bangkok and Pattaya, whether they would like Sherman to perform in their respective properties. So they said, sure. They want to give it a try. So we did that too. And after that, it just started to snowball. For this year's The One, I already had Bangkok and Pattaya confirmed from last year because they loved it so much. Hard Rock Cafe is in it again, in Osaka. So we have Osaka, Bangkok, Pattaya, and also Bali who came in to join us. So this year's The One winner, they are actually, he or she is actually going to have a good time. Because for most of June, we'll be traveling to these four properties. And of course, it'll start off with Hard Rock Cafe in Penang, the first show for The One 2016 winner. Compared to last year's The One and this year's The One, there's a bit of a difference. I wanted to make it more interesting, a more interesting live performance, something that will be more appreciated publicly, generally. So last year The One, it was just a singer. You can sing or perform on a -1 backing tracks, or you can play an instrument and perform. It was no problem. Then we went on the tour last year, and I had a look at it. For it to be a really more exciting and interactive performance, I think we decided to allow the singer, the winner, to bring a backing musician. So because of that, this year's The One, no backing tracks or -1 is allowed. But the contestants can bring a backup musician, or they can perform their own with their own equipment also, instruments also. So yeah, we lose the backing tracks and the -1. But I think it's going to be a much more interesting performance on stage with one person singing, and at least one more person with an instrument, playing a musical instrument. So it makes it a more live entertainment type of atmosphere. And I think this will be more successful and interesting in the other properties where the people like to see really energetic live performance with instruments. With Sherman Tan last year, Sherman was a very experienced performer already. He's had many years in the industry, but also when we traveled to Japan, he was a bit shocked also, because like when you travel to Japan to perform, you experience a totally different culture, an audience which is totally different from what you're used to in your home country. You know, they react differently. You know, like when he went to Japan, I think he was shocked when it's like a rock star, you know, performing, and people were like big support, and then you get to go on radio stations, you know. So I think the experience from The One really lets people broaden their thinking and experience something totally different, you know. And I think that's the main reason I wanted The One, for our Malaysian musicians who has got what it takes to experience something more than what they're used to, you know. And I think even if you lose and you don't make it to win The One, take this experience as a positive one also, because in the finals there's 10 fantastic musicians who will be joining us for the finals. It's a great time to network, make friends. You know, you never know. There's always something better ahead, you know. And for the winner of The One, winning The One would be a good step to experiencing something different and getting much better exposure. There'll be radio, we do interviews, talks, performances all over the place, you know. And of course, the top 10 finalists also, they get all the videos to share with our our head office in US, Hard Rock International, so to let them know that we have also very good talent in Malaysia. Okay, for all the musicians, Malaysians, or whoever you are, if you want to succeed, I think, and I've seen this with a lot of musicians also, don't be shy to join competitions. Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. You know, don't worry about it, because without the exposure, without the people seeing you perform, people will never know how good you are, and there's always room for improvement. I've experienced some artists, performers, who are very protective of performances, and you know, when you give some comments to how to make it better in terms of live performance, you can see that sometimes your comments are not appreciated. But you know, I think, as in any job, as in any career, always keep an open mind. Don't be shy to try something new. You know, to go out there. You know, you need to swallow a lot of pride and a lot of. You need to have a lot of humility, I think, to succeed. Doesn't matter whether you're a singer or what your job is. So just hang in there, be humble, listen to what your fans have to say, and go for it. And the winner is Sharman! Sharman! Hi, I'm Tommy, Entertainment Vibe Manager for Hard Rock Hotel Penang, and you're listening to AFO Radio.